Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. Hello. What's up? Sorry, I haven't been around in ages. Welcome. If you're watching the video, and if you are in the live stream, you've got here in 0.5 seconds. You're crazy. I don't know how you've done that. I haven't uploaded or streamed on this channel in a long time, and if you want the God's honest truth, I lost a parent a couple of weeks ago, and it's been a really tough experience. And at 24 years old, I didn't really know how to deal with that. And I've spent the last 2 weeks feeling sorry for myself and kind of not really doing much, putting weight on, and yeah. So I finally feel like coming back to doing the Sorare content after sort of doing a week or so of the FIFA content. I just realised, yeah, you're right. I will have double audio, won't I?
There you go. So yeah, I've finally come back to the Sorare content after a week or so of doing the FIFA content and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm feeling good, man. Like, we're feeling better. Every day gets easier, and we're back. So yeah, I appreciate it. No, I just wanted to start the stream off by saying that I didn't want to bring a Debbie Downer. You don't need to feel bad for me. I do appreciate it though. Sorry, I'm just going to quickly check something on my watch as well. But yeah, hope you're all doing well. Welcome everyone, good to see you all. Oh, that's so tempting. I feel like an idiot though. I'm going to do it. I'm going to buy a UCL match ball. Hello Harry, how you doing? Yo, football, how you doing, brother? Hello Chaddy, how you doing, mate? How was my game week? Well, let's jump straight into that. Let's have a look straight at that, shall we? It wasn't great, to be honest. I have almost all my lineups hidden. But what we'll do is I'll unhide all my lineups and we'll talk about all of them. And we'll start the stream off by doing a whole game week review, if you will. And we'll talk about the game week and how everything went. And yeah, so I did get, so far so good. We have got a reward at the moment. Let me just quickly finish this order. We have got a reward incoming. We've got a tier 5 super rare, which is better than nothing, and £40 of ETH from Cap 240 rare. So, you know, it could have gone a lot worse. The first lineup is, of course, the Challenger Europe Super Rare lineup, which unfortunately was massively let down by Angelino. But in reality, it was also massively let down by Mertens, because Angelino did get a big chance created, and it was literally like the biggest of chances created. When I say that he put it on a plate for Mertens, I can't believe Mertens didn't score. It was utterly ridiculous. And although I did think Angelino was pretty goddamn awful in this game, I think he was scored incredibly harshly at the same time. I don't think that he lost 5 duels. They were giving him duel, like, sometimes I look at it, I think that they're giving him duels lost based on his name and the fact that he was a top 5 league player last season or something. Like, because he won't even go in for the ball sometimes in getting duels lost, right? Like, some of the possession loss as well were harsh. I don't know. For me, like, I thought they scored him very harshly, but also, like, he was pretty crap. So it is what it is. But Tejon Buchanan, the forward card paying dividends this time, because obviously they conceded, so he didn't lose the 2 points, and also got better AA on the forward card than he did on the midfielder card. Icardi with the 2 goals, the BCM, the foul, the yellow card, unfortunately -3 AA, but we'll take it. He still got the most points, and actually second most points, because Muslera got the most points. But yeah, captain bonus 101 points. We'll take it. 397 points is not a huge score. I really do need to get like a Bardachki or a Sasha Bowie or even a Nelson or something in this lineup. Like, I just think I would benefit massively. I actually tell you what I did want to do. I wanted to go in for the unique Bardachki 2 weeks ago. He sold for 2.7 ETH. That just seems so cheap to me, but I didn't in the end because they didn't have American Express on the site, and so I couldn't put my card in. Challenger Europe Rare Pro is another one that was like, in another world, this would have been an unreal lineup, right? So, no clean sheet for Mignolet, which was really annoying, because against RWDM at home, he really should have kept the clean sheet. Gavin, how you doing, mate? What's up, brother? Welcome. And hope you're all doing well. Welcome into the stream, everyone. So, very unfortunate. Would have also meant De Kuyper got an extra 10 points. Oh, no, it didn't. He got subbed off at our time, mate. Ignore me. He wouldn't have got an extra 10 points for that. But, yeah. he would have had an extra 4 points, so he would have been like 75 points or something like that after the XP bonus, which wouldn't have been awful as well. Desart had a monster game that wasn't a good score, if that makes sense. I have ordered it, Johnny. It's on the way. It comes on Friday, I think. I'll show you. Actually, you'll love this. You'll love this one, Johnny. This came today. Sorry, little interruption, but this came today, Johnny, and it's one that you'll really like. Yeah. FC Bayern third kit. I got the authentic version as well. I don't know if you can tell through the wrapper or whatever. It literally came this morning. I'm buzzing about it. Absolutely buzzing. I'm so happy that Bayern are back. I think I actually just am a fucking Bayern fan. Like, I used to watch Bayern just for Kimmich. Now I watch Bayern and I want Bayern to do well, and it has nothing to do with Sorare. Like, Sorare and my love for Bayern are like separate now. I just want Bayern to do well now. It's crazy. But yeah, Desart had what I would call a monster game without getting a monster score. He had 2 1 tackles, 6 interceptions, 3 wundles. I didn't watch the game, so I have no idea, like, if the scores are accurate or not to how he played. But it was one of those where, like, if he had a few more wundles, like, this goes from a 54 to a 78. Like, he would have got a triple-triple. It would have been a monster score. So I'm not that disheartened by Desart's not great score. Tadic did get an assist, but was offside. Would have had about 80 points. And then Pansil come out at half-time and got 2 BCMs. That's one of those lineups that, like, would have been like 425 points in another world, but unfortunately wasn't. Bundesliga semi-pro, you'll see a theme this week, very close and very far. The fact that De Ligt was benched, I have no idea why. I do, actually. Supposedly it was about his fitness after an injury, but I also don't think he really needed to be benched. Like, but it is what it is. I understand the precaution. They won 4-0. They didn't need to play him. If he got injured, it would have been really stupid. So I do get it. But very unfortunate nonetheless. This lineup was looking very good, but De Ligt obviously 12 points away from a tier 5 limited. De Ligt obviously only getting 23 points. It is what it is. America Rare, another unfortunate one. Great scores from the Nils Old Boys defensive stack. We've got Hoyos on 74.8 after the XP bonus, 85.6 on Velasquez after the XP bonus, 70 points for Herrera, 50 for Jordi Alba. Not a great game for Jordi Alba, but could have had an assist. Unfortunate, really. If Josep Martinez left it, you know, that would have been good. But Savarino, obviously, the game got called off, and he was my captain. So it was literally, I've been wanting to buy Savarino all year. PSU fans will tell you right now, right? Obviously, he's not on the stream. It's like 5 a.m. for him or something. But, like, I've been saying to PSU that I want to buy Savarino all year. And, like, but every time I've been like, oh, I don't know if I want to. He gets rotated here and he gets rotated. And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want to. And I finally buy him and his game gets called off. It's just hilarious timing. Champion Europe Rare Pros, another, like, almost kind of, like, it was very unfortunate again. De Ligt again letting this lineup down. I mean, this lineup was 120 points away from a reward, right? But here's the thing. Kim Min-jae got a yellow card for what I thought was actually a fair tackle. And it was one of those where, like, had he not have got that, he gets what? He gains 5 points for losing those, plus 8 points, 9 points. Yeah, I mean, it would have been interesting anyway. And also, Musiala almost scored off a Kim Min-jae assist. I think, had De Ligt have played, because I think Upamecano was shit. Had De Ligt have played, and it had been Kim and De Ligt, I think that this lineup would have probably... I don't think it would have got a reward, but, like, we would have probably got an extra, like, 50, 60 points there, I think, between them both. So, yeah, I thought Coleman played really well. It's just unfortunate not to get on the score sheet. De Ligt, Upamecano, and Kim will get rotated a lot this year. I agree and also disagree. Like, I think Kim and De Ligt will be their main defensive partnership throughout the entire year. However, I do think there'll be times where they get rotated, but, like, Upamecano is just not very good at football. Like, he's just not very good. Do you know what I mean? And I think anyone that knows football can see that. And I don't think Thomas Tuchel will deliberately play Upamecano very often, unless he feels like he has to because of, like, over game plays and stuff like that. You know, playing too many games and things like that. So yeah, All-Star Rare Pro. Unastyle giving away a penalty, a 58 game from Proper. This again was just a very meh lineup. Like Messi got 70 points. Kimmich with nearly 70 points. Bruno with a BCC and a BC, 2 BCCs and a BCM. Again, very unfortunate. Could have got either way. This one is tough. If Twente don't concede, we get the extra 4 points from the goal conceded from Proper. And the 10 points for the clean sheet bonus. So he ends at about 72 points. After bonuses, like 98 points, I think, with XP. Unastol actually had really good AA. He had 10 points AA. So, yeah, had he not got the yellow card and the penalty given, we're looking at, like, probably, like, 70 points for Unastol. We probably would have got a reward in this. Like, 60 points we easily would have made up if he doesn't give away that penalty. Very unfortunate. Captain 20 Super Rare was actually a throwaway, and it's quite gutting, really, because Vita Van Croy had an amazing game against Feyenoord. An assist, BCC, BCM. Very unfortunate. But a good game overall. He started the season very well, and I think he's got a couple of decent matchups now as well. Herenveen and NEC now. So I'm really glad that he's currently staying. I don't know if it's, you know, I don't know if that is the narrative, if he is going to stay or not, but he started the season really well for my liking. Cap 270 rare, very average. I mean, Budian got the clean sheet, but apart from that, no one did anything really. No one cares about the semi-pros. Cap 240 rare, we did hit threshold. 53 points from Anthony, 46 from Schick. A poor game from him, considering they won 5-0. He just did nothing. Casemiro with a 48 points in the BCM. I don't even think it was a BCM, really, but like, I get it, but it wasn't a BCM in my opinion. Luke Ayling with a goal and a clean sheet and an assist for Steve Clark. What crazy. All-Star Rare got cancelled because I sold Dzeko, but wouldn't have got a reward. But oh no, maybe it would have got a reward. No, it wouldn't have got a reward. Would it? 70 plus 82. That's what, like 152, 208. No, it wouldn't have got a reward. It would have been about 40 points away from a reward. Had they have kept the clean sheet, maybe it would have got a reward. I don't know, but yeah. Szymanski's great, isn't he? Szymanski's so good. Comes off the bench for about 6 minutes and gets a goal. What a baller. Dzeko with a really good goal. I sold Dzeko. I actually sold him before the game. And I sold him because Under started. And I don't need Under and Dzeko. I thought it was crazy that he sold that high. Like, I don't think he's that hurt. I think he got a little knock. It's nothing major. I think Under is going to be a monster for Fenerbahce this year. I'm not worried at all about the injury or anything like that. I know people are going to be reactionary because Sorare managers are just not very smart. They will just sell instantly, you know, like without doing any research. Same with Fred. Like, I guarantee people probably dumped Fred straight away. He had cramp. He came off with cramp. He wasn't injured. He came off with cramp. You know. Anyway. So I'm really excited that both of them started. I think Fred played really well. Should have had a goal. It was unfortunate. BCM from Oostervold BCC as well, which is really nice to see. So yeah, Caps 20 rare was the same sort of thing. Wouldn't have got a reward, but would have done pretty well. Had Fred have got the goal, it might have got a reward actually. 47, 97. What's that, like 163? Like, no, it wouldn't have got a reward if Fred got a goal, but pretty cool regardless. Anyway. And then we have Academy, and I think that's it. So it was one of those. Game week was like a few nearlies. Under is going to be a nailed-on starter. They have to play him because he's Turkish, Foreigner Rules Act. Yeah, I won him. I just got lucky and won him, and he's great. He's really, really good. So yeah, but that's how my game week went. That's my game week recap. I got rare E for the first time in my Houston tag. Let's go, dude. Happy to hear it. Shall I captain Bruno or Kimmich for the next game week? Both have phenomenal matchups. I'm in the same boat. I don't know really which one's captain. Like, I don't really know what I'm going to do next week for my lineups. I'll be honest with you. Like, I've been like fiddling around with my lineups, and I don't even know if I'm going to play Kimmich and Bruno in the same lineup. This is my issue, right? Like, so I want to prioritize All-Star Rare Pro and then Champion Europe Rare Pro if I can, because both pay out ETH now. My issue here is what makes sense is Ulrich, because I don't have Onana yet, and it's really costing me. But the issue is I still can't go out and get Onana. I don't have enough money to get Onana. I don't have enough ETH. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know if I should sell, like, if I should just like try and gut my gallery a bit to go and get Onana. I don't really know. Hey, thank you, Nelson. Appreciate it, man. Oh, have I tweeted out that I'm live yet? I haven't tweeted out that I'm live yet. Let me tweet out that I'm live. Oh, did I tweet out that I'm live? No. Let me tweet out the stream real quick. How do I get to it? Is there a link on here? There's not a link on here. I forgot how you do it on here. Here we go. We are alive. There we go. Oh, let's have a look what John's running. Oh, Sugawara is a baller. I don't know who Lille play, but that's solid, man. If Lille have a good matchup, that's a really good lineup. Gedson's a baller. I don't want to say too much because I know Chaddy just sold him, and I feel like Chaddy's getting regret at the moment because of what happened to Otavio, and it's just hella unlucky, man. Like, he literally fought off the Saudi stuff. You know what I mean? So I do feel bad for Chaddy. That's like the worst of luck. Like, the worst of luck. But I don't know what I'm going to do this game week because the Galatasaray game has been postponed, apparently. Due to the Fenerbahce and Galatasaray, Besiktas and another team has been Adana Demirspor have all been postponed. I think they're not fully scoring the UCL this week. I don't think that's correct. If you're talking about this, like it's not the UCL, it's the AFC Champions League games, the Asia Champions League games. So the Al Nassr versus Al Shabib, and Tractor Sazi versus Trabiz FC, and or whatever it is. Like these games, it's not the UCL. Like, so if you look into the match list at the moment, and again, like with Opta, anything's subject to change, but like for example in the match list, like these games should all be fully scored. It's just the Asian Champions League games that are a bit in the air. Anyway, but for the weekend, like I'm really like, I don't know with the weekend what the hell I'm gonna do, because Galatasaray has been postponed, Fenerbahce has been postponed. I am in a really odd spot. I might end up having like maybe 3 lineups out maximum of the weekend. I'm kind of a little bit screwed, if I'm being brutally honest. I really don't know what the hell we're gonna do. I have no idea. I think, like, looking at it, like, it'll be something like Sven Ulrich. In fact, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more because I know that'll be not as zoomed in for you guys. It'll be like Sven Ulrich, Kim Min Jae, and Kimmich as, like, a baseline. And then I'm a bit like, I would love to play Bruno and Kimmich in the same lineup because both have a phenomenal matchup. I wish Jeremy Doku would have played in this game against Le Havre at home because it would have been amazing. But unfortunately not. How you doing, Rascal? What's up, buddy? Wait, did you take Besiktas? No. Sorry, that was miscommunication. Besiktas is covered at the midweek. Besiktas games, the game at the weekend has been postponed in the Turkish Super League for Besiktas due to the midweek games. So all the teams that are playing in the Champions League, Europa League, and Conference League qualifiers this midweek, their games in the Turkish Super League have been postponed apparently at the weekend. So yeah, you're fine in the midweek, so far as we know. Like, who knows with fucking Opta in these days, but like you should be fine at the midweek, and then at the weekend, yeah, at the weekend it could be, you know. But yeah, again, I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do here. Like, my gut tells me something like this, right? My gut tells me maybe using 3 rares as the play in All-Star Rare Pro this week, or running that. I mean, Lissandro's not been amazing lately. How do you feel about Doku to Man City? Good, bad, same. It's one of those where there is so much potential for it to be absolutely brilliant. However, there is also so much potential for it to be awful. Would you swap Lukiba for Colwill? I have no idea. I'd have to look into it. I'm not sure. So yeah, I think, like, looking at it, that's probably what I'm going to end up playing in All-Star Rare Pro. Something like this is what I'll end up playing. Again, I'm not 100% either, because it's like, let's say I played this and we'd probably captain, to be honest, I'd probably captain Coman. I think he's got more of a chance of a decisive. And we went to Champion Europe Rare Pro. Like, it's then not looking good. We have a decent matchup for Severa, and then we have like either Varane or Delict with great matchups. To be fair, don't really know which one I'd use here. Probably use Delict, Bruno, Anthony. You know, which makes me think then it'll probably be a 3-man All-Star Rare Pro lineup next week, which is not good. Not good at all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's going to be a weird week. It's going to be a weird week for me next week. I might end up only having like 2 or 3 lineups out maximum. It might not be very good. Modoku score is going to plummet because of Pep Roulette. Yeah, Pep is really bad with the rotations. I mean, he is and he isn't. Like, this is the thing with Pep. I'm gonna grab up Edison real quick and have a look at some of Man City's like teams in the past, right? Like, he is and he isn't bad with the rotations. And we'll look at the first 2 games of the season, for example. Man City beat Burnley 3-0 and they beat Newcastle 1-0, right? And bar KDB, who got an injury, like, the team isn't much different. So, Ruben Diaz didn't play first game, right? So, Akanji played in his place. And Gvardiol had only just signed, but he came on in the 11th minute, right? Like, so you look at it, you look at the 2. So, the only real differences here in these 2 lineups are, realistically, you've put Foden out on the right and started Grealish, and then you've got Kovacic in for KDB, and then the defensive changes that you'd have expected. Like, if you look at Pep's teams most of the time, Rodri starts, Edison starts, Haaland starts, obviously, and usually it'll be like Grealish, and I think Alvarez is going to cement himself as well. I don't know. It's one of those where I feel like it shouldn't be too impossible to predict whether or not Doku will start. This is the thing. City don't really have a right winger. City, I don't think really have like a proper right winger. I'm not saying Doku's going to start every game. I don't think he will. But I do think like there are going to be opportunities for him to start a bunch of games. Like, for sure. I think with how good he actually is, I think he's a quality player. I think there'll be good opportunities for him to start. And I think when Doku starts, like, if Doku ever starts, regardless of opponent, I think he has that potential to get dark green so easily. Like, if Doku starts for Man City, I would put him at 70% to get like a 75 plus score. Pep was adamant on 5 subs and doesn't even make him some games. Yeah, that is weird. I don't know why he didn't make any subs in this game. Who was on the bench for them? They had, I mean, to be fair, their bench looks shit. Their bench looks awful. Ortega Moreno, Calvin Phillips, Sergio Gomez, Rico Lewis, Perone, Palmer, Ake, McCarthy, and Bob. I wouldn't make subs, to be fair. Their best players are all out. I mean, this is the thing. This is the thing I don't understand with Man City, right? Man City don't have depth. I used to always think, oh, Man City have got all the best depth in the... They don't. I mean, you look at them right now. Cancelo's going to Barca. Don't know why Bernardo Silva's out. Stones is out. De Bruyne's injured for like 4 months. Aymeric Laporte's off to Al Nasser, I think it is. And then the rest of them, I don't even know who these guys are. Calvin Phillips is the biggest waste of space. He'll need time to get used to the system, but I can see Doku starting some games. I think so, yeah. I can see it. I can see it happening. It's a weird one, though, yeah. I mean, City's always weird, but this is the thing, like, yeah, I think if he does start, we're looking at, like, potential for a really, really good scorer there. But yeah, we'd have to see, really. And I think the other thing is, like, what I like about City as well is, like, even if Doku comes on for 20 minutes, I would back Doku to get a good score in 20 minutes for City. Like, I would back it. I really would. But it's one of those, it's tough. You can't really play with any real confidence, can you? Which makes me want to go and get another super rare forward. And again, I keep coming back to Kingsley Coman. I just think he works for my gallery. But I am still waiting to see what happens. I'm in a weird spot where, like, I need a super rare forward I can rely on heavily. Imagine I got that Harry Kane super rare, man. Imagine I'd gone and got that Harry Kane super rare when I wanted to and I got talked out of it by everybody. Imagine I bought super rare Harry Kane. What does he go for these days? Like 8 ETH in a trade? It's crazy. Crazy, man. Crazy. Imagine Kane rolls his ankle. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I realistically at the moment I need a super rare Bardachki, that's for sure. Like, I just feel like I need to go and get a super rare Bardachki. Who's got one listed right now? Bonnie FC. This guy paying 1.7k for him really does my head in. I don't want to pay that much for him, man. Coman was really good. Yeah, I agree. Davies was solid as well. I do want to go get a Davies. I said to PSU fans, I said I want to get a Davies, and he's like, Davies doesn't get peaks. I was like, okay, well, you're just lying. PSU's great, but PSU just, like, I think PSU lives in 2019 sometimes. He was like, yeah, Davies doesn't get peaks. Ah. That sucks. That fucking sucks, doesn't it? Mr. No Peaks. Who gets more goals? Kane at Bayern or Haaland at City? I see Kane getting more goals plus assists, but I think just goals, Haaland. I think Kane will get a lot of assists this season. And that's why I bought a Coman. Because I think of all the people that benefit from Kane, it's Sorare and Coman, really. The quick wingers. They're the ones that benefit the most, in my opinion. What up, Louis? How you doing, man? What's up, brother? Welcome. Yeah, sorry about the Besiktas confusion. But yeah, I think Kane. I do think Kane will do very, very well for goals plus assists. I just don't know if he'll do amazingly just for goals by itself. Like, he will, but I want to see Muller and Kane play together. That's just, I think that'll just be very difficult. I think maybe in, like, the smasher games, like the Augsburgs at home, you can maybe do that, because then you can get away with putting Musiala next to Kimmich, and just play super aggressively. But I don't think you can do that in many of the games, because I think Musiala is better than Muller by a lot. I mean, yeah, the issue with Musiala, sometimes he doesn't pass it. He needs to learn to pass the ball a bit more. I think he's just so good though. Like, I understand why he wants to take the ball, take over and shoot all the time. But it's one of those where, like, Musiala's better than Muller, and I'd always play Musiala over Muller. But maybe you can put Musiala next to Kimmich and take this donkey off. I can't stand Goretzka, by the way. Maybe take that donkey off and you go and you put Muller there, you know. One pass from Muller is better than 5 Musiala dribbles. Subjective. I think Musiala can create a chance out of nothing. Wait, what? What is this? Why do people never put, like, who it was, man? Oh, he did. It was Enzo. Oh, that's tough. I remember when Enzo was 3, man. What about Leroy Sané super rare? I don't like him. Just don't like the guy. Like, he scores goals and shit. I just don't actually think he's that good at football. I know it sounds stupid, but, like, I just don't think he's that great. I think the problem with Leroy Sané is that every time he gets the ball, he just wants to take a shot from outside the box. And, like, he is good at football, but, like, I don't know. It's just, it's one of those where it's like, I don't think he's good enough to warrant putting in a lineup. Like, I wouldn't ever want to put Leroy Sané super rare in a lineup with rare Kimmich and rare Bruno. Does that make sense? That's my issue. Why do you think Goretzka is bad? I mean, he's just a bad, like, he is. Like, watch him. I don't even need to, like, specify. You just need to watch him, bro. He's just a donkey. Does my head in, bro. And so, like, I like Bayern a lot, and, like, watching him play just really pisses me off. He's just, like, he's literally like the German McTominay. Sorry, anyway, yeah, so back to the Sorare stuff. So, midweek wise, I think we're looking at these lineups. So I'm running Challenge Europe Super Rare with the Galatasaray boys plus Mackenzie. I've been humming and hawing about who I play in these lineups the whole time. I want to keep the Gala boys together in this one, mainly because, like, I was going to play a different defender and a different player here, like, but the thing is, if Galatasaray do keep the clean sheet against Mulder, your defender starts on 45 points. And it just doesn't make sense to play a different defender there, even if Angelino's not been great, you know? When do they play? Wednesday as well. Okay, Wednesday. That's actually good for me. I'm glad they don't play tonight, because I've got a football training tonight. Then I'm playing a Cap 240 Super Rare lineup. And the reason why I'm playing these lineups in very strange spots is because obviously Fenerbahce play Twente. Annoying as fuck. But we have literally a 2 versus 2 plus Tajon Buchanan as just an extra in this lineup. So we have Unastal and Proper versus Oosterwolde and Fred in this lineup, which is like, it's quite funny. I do think there's actual potential in this one for them to get a 0-0 and both score really well. Like, Proper could definitely get an 80 plus on AA. Oosterwolde could get a 70 plus on AA. Fred could get a 70 plus on AA. Like, there's definite potential there. Buchanan against Osasuna, I have no idea. And then I got Challenge Europe Rare, and I've just like, I mean, I've entered this, but I don't know. Like, the Kuiper apparently is 50-50 to play. I don't know what, like, expert sites are saying. It is Conference League, if I'm not mistaken. The experts have not spoken. We don't know what the experts think. Who knows? Who knows what the Play Sharper experts have to say about that? So yeah, we have Szymanski and Tadic together. For the record, I don't think Fred actually starts this game, which is why I've not put Rare Fred in this lineup. I put Leighton Clarkson there instead. We'll see what happens. I don't really expect anything from this midweek. I think if we do win anything from this midweek, we might get lucky and win a Super Rare reward, like a Tier 4 or a Tier 5 Super Rare. I think looking at like the matchups and stuff, like there's some difficult matchups in there with the upcoming game week. So Rangers versus PSV. I think both teams will score in this one. I think it's going to come down to whichever team really keeps a clean sheet. I did win Richie Delat, who I ended up selling. It's annoying that he ended up selling for 200. Maybe I should have waited a little bit. But like, I don't mind taking. I got a Tier 5 Super Rare and won Richie Delat. I will take 150 quid. Tier 5s aren't particularly great. You'd be looking to get £70 for a Tier 5. So I'm glad. My first Tier 5 was some random Scottish guy who sells for nothing. This was my first Tier 5. And I got £46 for him. He's crap. So I was happy with that. It's gutting that he sold for a lot more, for like £80 more, like literally the next day. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And then obviously we got Nico Gonzalez for the midweek as well. Again, it's a bit annoying. Maybe I should have held them because obviously they would have probably sold for higher given the fact that they were high priority in the midweek. I probably should have thought about that. Learning curve. But again, just not one that fits my gallery really. Solid player, but just again, doesn't really fit my gallery. Doesn't really fit what I'm doing. Don't really need him right now. I need Onana goalkeeper. I need Andre Onana desperately. I really need Onana because he just I just can't. It just doesn't make sense playing Lisandro Martinez Super Rare and not having Onana behind him, right? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me because it's like I'm missing out on then all the home games where he might keep a clean sheet. You know what I mean? Like, it's annoying as fuck. So I need to pick up this card at some point. Jose, what's up? Matty, how you doing, man? What's up, brother? I'm absolutely, like, exhausted, by the way. I only got, like, 4 hours sleep last night. Not even. Like, 3.5. Huh. Sorry, I was reading something. What's Twitter saying today? How are you guys doing as well? Good morning, Sorare managers. Here's today's promo. Whoever buys my key and unlocks my content on friend.tech gets $100 in ETH credit. This just... bro. What is this? What the fuck is this? Fuck that. That's like... That seems like the most pyramid scheme thing I've ever seen. I don't even know what it is. Just the way that he's promoted it. Whoever buys my key and unlocks my content gets $100 in ETH. Huh? Jonathan, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Stick to trading, brother. Al Nasser forward. Anderson to this kid because his contract terminated at the club. The Asian Confederation only allows 5 players born outside of Asia to play in the Asian Champions League, and the Saudi club are expected to prioritise Ronaldo, Mane, Fofana, Brozovic, and Tellez. That's rough, man. That's rough. That is rough. Talisca's been there the whole time as well, bro. That's rough. I agree, Jonathan. Alex Tellez prioritized over you. I know, crazy. Did I see the Jota news? I did see the Jota news, yeah. It's very interesting. Am I thinking about getting a Livakovic for the Fenerbahce stack? My problem at the moment is I need about 6 players, and I just don't have... Like, I have about 0.5 ETH in liquid ETH and about £50. I have got a bid currently on a rare Luke Shaw, which, to be honest, probably don't need it, but, you know... Maybe I should prioritise my money elsewhere, but it is what it is. I will buy Livakovic if Oosterwold cements a starting position. If he doesn't, there's no need for me to buy an Oosterwold. Sorry, a Livakovic. I think, like, the moment what I have for, like, goalkeepers, like, my Challenger Europe goalkeepers at the moment is, like, Mignolet and De Kuyper. And I don't need another Challenger Europe goalkeeper at the moment unless Oosterwold nails down that starting spot, because I wouldn't really have anywhere to play him. I don't like playing a goalkeeper without a defender next to them, and I do it sometimes, but I don't like it. I only really do it in capped modes most of the time, but it's one of those where it's like, yeah, so I don't know. To be honest, I think I'm over, like, I think I might have more than I need in certain areas, to be fair. Like, I could probably sell De Ligt. I don't think I need De Ligt. I don't think I need Kim and De Ligt. And it's annoying because after one game on the... Like, this is what pisses me off about Sorare managers. It's just so stupidly reactionary sometimes. Like, he sells for up to £500 for literal months. And he gets benched, and if anyone did any research, they would know he got benched because he had a knock, and he was recovering from a knock, and his price drops £150 overnight, and it's like, it does my head in, because it's like, why do you want to lose £150 overnight? Why on earth do Sorare managers, why are they happy to piss away over £100 overnight? Out of pure panic. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's just so dumb. I guess it's because a lot of the site, like, has gone down in price over the last year. But it just does my head in, bro. It really just frustrates me. This is a premium defender, bro. This is like, people think he won't play all season. It's just stupid. People like, I'm not gonna lie, you're dumb if you think De Ligt doesn't start most games this season. You're just dumb. I'll phrase it the way that I mean it. You're dumb. If you don't think De Ligt starts most games, unless he gets a serious injury, he starts most games this season. He is like, him and Kim are by far their best defenders. Upamecano's dog shit. Like, us are dog shit. The only reason Upamecano started is because literally, and the only reason why he started first of all is because De Ligt had a knock, and and Tuchel said that much in the press conference, right? And the only reason why De Ligt came off, sorry, Kim and Jay came off over De Ligt is because Kim and Jay had a yellow card and had already made 3 fouls. If he made a single foul, he was off. They didn't want to risk him getting a red card. De Ligt and Kim and Jay an elite CB pairing and will play most games, 100%, 100%. De Ligt and Kim and Jay will start. Upamecano will play in the league after Champions League fixtures. I don't agree with you though, Jonathan. Like, a lot of people say this, right? I don't think you realise most of these elite talents in the top 5 leagues are good enough, like, especially at teams like Bayern and whatnot, they're good enough to play 2 games a week. You know? De Ligt was the best player for Bayern last season, became a leader and instantly is taking on media duties like a king, while Kimmich is being shit on every time. De Ligt is a future captain, I agree. Tuchel likes upper, he will start certain games. Does he though? I've never seen Tuchel speak about Upamecano in positive light before. I mean, I've never seen him speak about it in negative light either, to be fair. But I've never seen him speak about him in positive light either. Should we see what Upamecano was like last season for playing games? I can't lie, bro. It doesn't look like it doesn't look like the kind of player Tuchel likes. Bro lost his place last season. Wasn't Pavard favoured over him a lot last season as well? Pavard literally wants to leave. Yeah, Upamecano's dog shit. I'm telling you, he's out. I agree, yeah. Afterwards, Tuchel kind of hinted that they could play a back three if they're not able to sign a DM. I'm not against that, to be fair. I'm not against that at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Upamecano plays at right back. Bro, what was Mazraoui doing? I would have been... Who was it that he could have swept the ball to? It might have been Muller. It might have been Matisse Tell. It might have been someone like that. It might have been Musiala. But basically, Mazraoui takes on the defender, one-on-one with the keeper, right? Like, did he get a BTM for it? Oh, he did. And like, just shoot straight at the keeper. Like, and he had somebody to his left in open space. Man, I'd be fuming. Oh, that was craziness. Chupa moting. Oh, it was Chupa, I think. Yeah, man, I'd be fuming. Pavard is leaving. We do not have a lot of defenders. No, that's true. I don't see Upamecano starting that many games next season, though. I really don't. Unless it's an injury. Unless it's an injury, I don't see it happening, to be honest. Like, realistically, what's his name? I've already forgot his name. Mazraoui. Mazraoui, like, had an injury last season, right? And he wasn't in the squad for a long time. So you had to play this back four. I think with the fact that you're going to have De Ligt and Kim Min-jae fit most of the time, I don't see a world in where Upamecano plays games. I don't see a world in where he plays many games at all, to be honest. I think the only time he'll play is after like 5 or 6 games in a row. It'll be like when Napoli benched Kim. Napoli would bench Kim after like 6-7 games in a row. And even then, sometimes they wouldn't. You know? They had long-term COVID. Right, that was it, yeah. I'm really excited for Kim at Bayern, though. I really am. I think it'll be an absolute monster. I do think De Ligt and Kim will just... I think they'll just play most games together, to be honest. What are your thoughts on Jonathan Rowe? I don't know who that is. I have no idea who this guy is. Never seen him before in my life. Kim would be gone in January for the Asia Cup. Don't know. Kim and Mazraoui missed the entire January. Well, there you go. There's your answer. He will be gone in January. So Upamecano will play in those circumstances. Yeah, I'm on about if we have a fit Kim Min-jae and a fit De Ligt, I don't see a world in where Upamecano plays. Rowe will be incredible this season. He's popping off the season. Fair enough. There you go then. You didn't need my opinion then, Jans, did you? It's a shame, really, because Upamecano used to be the god tier Bayern defender. Not like he wasn't ground the pitch, but like for scores wise, he was a monster. If you had a Bayern stack, Upamecano was just an absolute monster at times. I miss the old school Bayern stacks. They just sweep up rewards. They really would. Sorare is unreal in that Norwich team. He carried me in All-Star this week. Yeah, I've saw him being an absolute monster, to be fair. I've seen him just being crazy. Yeah, I mean, he's not even on the market now. It's nuts. You know what's funny to me? It's like a lot of people, the sentiment around Sorare at the moment is not great, right? Any rewards won? Just a tier 5 super rare. Nothing to shout home about. I won't be doing a video. Let me read something real quick. Palistri on loan, interesting. I was about to say, the sentiment right now on Sorare is quite funny. A lot of people seem to think, oh, everyone's going down in price. You can't make money on Sorare. But it's like, you can. You absolutely can. Like, and this kind of player is the exact kind of player where you absolutely could make money. Like, this is the kind of player where Norwich fans especially would have picked this guy up for cheap. He was already a good scorer last season. And the fact that, like, he was going for 100 quid with these kind of scores, like, bro, nuts. He's even better now. Whiston and Buemo, you know what I mean? Like, there is definitely room. This card you could probably sell for 300 quid easily. You know what I mean? It's quite mad. There's definitely room to make money on Sorare. You just got to be smart, man. You just got to be smart in what you pick up. It's just the main stack that were hyped up before the start of the season. They haven't done great so far and people are panicking. As you say, everything's reactionary. Absolutely. Which one are we talking about, though? Are you talking about Norwich? Norwich stack could be the best right now. I would never stack a full championship team just because it's so easy to concede in the championship. I think Norwich are a prime example of that, right? Well, I need a different tab. Like, keeping a clean sheet is not exactly something Norwich have done for a while, you know. They did it here, I guess, a while ago. So it's like, that would be my only concern. This game was crazy, by the way. What a fucking game that was. I think the Ward-Prowse scenario is another one, though. Like, the Ward-Prowse scenario is another, like prime example, right? Ward-Prowse is going to get good scores for West Ham. And the fact that, like, so obviously he went up crazy money when he stayed at Southampton for one game and got a big score at Southampton, right? Like, that you could have predicted a mile away regardless. But then, like, the fact that he's gone down so much in price, almost halved in price, he is still going to get monster scores. It's not the championship that would have got the monster scores for James Ward-Prowse. It is literally the fact that he is on every set piece and one of the best set piece takers in world football that gets his scores. Any more gallery review videos? I will, but they'll be kind of scarce, to be honest. I realized quite quickly it's honestly not that fun to make those videos. Because I just feel like I'm going to give the same advice to everyone. 1 second. There we go. I should start a podcast with Channy. I'd love to do a podcast. I'd love to do a podcast with Channy. I'd argue West Ham are better to win first contacts for corners with Agard, Zuma, X, and then Southampton with a shorter team. No, I agree with you, 100%. I totally agree with you. His attempted assists, his big chances created, like, 100% agree with you. And the other thing is, like, and this is the other thing, right? He's already Prem proven. It's not like he's gone from the championship. Like, Hamer, for example, is one where I totally understand why people would be skeptical about Hamer, right? I mean, that's kind of nuts. That's kind of crazy. I can't believe people didn't expect Hamer to leave. I would understand people being skeptical because obviously he's gone straight from the Championship to the Premier League. His AA game will probably drop significantly. He'll lose more duels than he wins and things like that. Like, I get that. James Ward-Prowse has been, like, he's been at Southampton in the Premier League, a relegation battle team that got relegated, right? And he still scored well. Like, in certain matchups, you get big peaks from him. So I think, like, you can expect good things from him, in my opinion. Hamer is still top tier, though. I'm not sure I agree with that 100%. I feel like he'd be decent. I don't know if he'll be, like, top tier. For me, top tier is, like, Rodri, you know. West Ham looking at En-Nesyri as well. Another aerial threat for James Ward-Prowse. Imagine if West Ham brings in En-Nesyri, the corners will be crazy. He'll probably take penalties as well if Paqueta is suspended. Sheffield look awful this year. Only one team out this midweek. Muslera, Teze, Veerman, Tadic, and debating on the last spot. Got Michele or Romaglio. I would choose Romaglio personally, or however you say his name. The only reason why I choose him is because I think PSV have got a better matchup. I think Osasuna is a tough matchup for Club Brugge, and I actually don't rate Mekela. I actually sold my Mekela yesterday, I think it was. Did I sell Mekela? I feel like I did. Pretty sure I did. I bought him in because at the time I couldn't afford De Kuiper. I did sell him, yeah. I bought him in because at the time I couldn't afford De Kuiper, right? And I could have probably got more for him if I'd have waited, but who fucking cares? Yeah, so like I brought him in because I couldn't afford De Kuiper. I actually don't think he's very good at football. Like, I just don't think he's great. I guess Teze and Romaglio got good correlation also. What are the top Sorare content creators? Hey, thank you, Ricardo. I appreciate it, man. Much love, dude. Yeah, PSV in general. Like, I really regret. I wanted to pick up a what's his name? Fucking, what's their striker called again? Oh, that's pissing me off. Oh, you know what's hilarious? I actually have notifications on for Teze in my emails. I have email notifications on because a while ago I wanted to buy a Teze Super Rare, and I almost bought a Teze Super Rare when he got down to like £200 because last season he scored well and then just lost his place. And I was like, if he gets his place back, he's a really solid player. He gets good AA, and I didn't. Look at him now. Look at him balling now. Yeah, De Jong. So I really wanted to get a Super Rare De Jong replacement if my Vito Van Croy wasn't staying at Sparta, and I didn't. And look at how he's been scoring, man. It's crazy. Is there any reason why Turkish clubs have been signing so many players this window? I feel like it isn't talked about enough in the football world. It's not like they've been signing good players, though. Like, they're kind of signing, like, not like bad players, but kind of finished players or players out of contract or players out of favour, like Zaha and Ziyech and people like that, right? Like, I think, to be honest, Fenerbahce have done the best business out there. Like, I think Tadic and Fred are great buys. You know, I think Under is a great buy. Or, like, you know, out of contract for Tadic and whatnot. I'm not sure why they're spending so much, but Chani made a great point in a Sorare Data podcast a while ago, and it's why I bought a Galatasaray stack, and it's why I like boosted with a Fenerbahce stack as well, because it's like he said the lower teams in Turkey after the earthquake just cannot afford to buy players, so they should get smashed by the good teams. So like you can end up having some monster game weeks. What's the status with Demabe at Galatasaray? I don't really know. I feel like he's still settling in. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't really know. It's kind of annoying. I would really love some kind of clarity. No idea. Like, he's 30% apparently on Play Sharper. I don't really trust Play Sharper that much, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I don't really trust it that much. But again, like, I also feel a bit bad because they don't really know what they can't. It's really hard to predict Galatasaray at the moment, I think. Bar the obvious ones. So it's like, yeah, it's tough. I don't really know with Gala. I mean, this game week could be a complete mindfuck. They could start Zaha over Kerem, for example, and they could start Ziyech at right wing if they wanted to. They probably won't start Ziyech, but like, they could start Zaha at left wing. They could start fucking Demabe. They could, who knows? Sorare is red carded, so he won't play. But it's like, I don't really know with Gala at the moment. Why I said this to a few people, like, kind of need to fast forward a few weeks to when the qualifiers are over, and there's way too much rotation. I mean, there's not though. Like, again, this is something that like I think is a complete misconception. Like, there really isn't that much rotation. I mean, Galatasaray is a really good example. Like, the rotation is very easy to predict with Galatasaray, right? Like, so they smashed Olympia away from home 3-0. They did not need to play a strong side, but they did. But they subbed people off early, right? They subbed Kerem off at 45 minutes. They subbed Mertens off at 45 minutes. Icardi at 71 minutes. And this is very predictable because they did not need to win the game by multiple goals, right? They were 4-0 up and Olympia are shit. They weren't going to concede, right? So it's one of those, right? But like in other lineups, like for example, the first game against Olympia, Icardi didn't start. It's not because of rotation. It's because Icardi hadn't trained for very long. He got 15 minutes. He hadn't played pre-season. He was in Argentina for most of the time. So it's like, yeah, it's one of those where it's like the rotation is very predictable, I think. But I think that's very like I think it's with the same, like, you don't want to go into a Galatasaray stack with a Bakambu and a Kutlu, you know what I mean? Or a Caritas. Like, you are just going to fuck yourself over. Demabe is one of those where I think he will start a lot of league games. I think that, like you said in the chat there, Ivan, he has a Turkish citizenship, so he'll get a lot of games due to that as well. And he's a solid player, and that's why I bought him, because he has dual citizenship, so he does count as a Turkish player. That's literally why I bought Demabe. And I think the only reason why Demabe hasn't been starting games is because, again, no preseason, injured all through the summer, and has only been training now for a couple of weeks. Only the Turkish players and Icardi are safe at Galatasaray. That isn't true at all. That is just, like, you've just made that up. I don't even know why you've made that up. I'll tell you why that's completely untrue. Muslera is Uruguayan, completely safe. Bowie's French, completely safe. Nelson's Swedish, completely safe. Right? Like, there's more. Like, Angelino will start, as long as he's fit, will start almost every game. Right? Like, Torreira, as long as he's fit, will start every game. As long as he's not suspended as well. Yeah, unless, like, maybe Oliveira might get rotated here and there, you know? Demabe will get rotated. Fucking Mertens will get rotated. Yilmaz gets rotated. Who knows with those guys? But yeah. Mertens, by the way, the reason why I wouldn't buy Mertens personally, there's Saudi rumours. And I do think he actually goes to Saudi. I think the reason why they bought so many attackers is because I think they plan on Mertens leaving. I don't think, like, I think Mertens for now is safe in the team, like, yeah, but I think he might leave to Saudi, to be honest. Sorry, boys, what's that? There you go. Sergio Boto's been offered 15 mil from a Saudi club. Looks like Pavard to Inter is going to happen. How do you think he scores there? Depends where he plays. If he plays a centre back, I think he could be really good. I think Pavard anyway is like a good SO5 player, to be honest. Do I think he gets the setup yet at Bayern? Probably not. But, like, I don't know. It's a tough one to predict. It's a tough one to predict. I like Pavard. I think Inter are a dog shit football team. They're not. They go to the Champions League final. But, like, I think in terms of, like, things like SO5 and whatnot, like, in the league, they just aren't good. I don't know why. They're just not, like... You know, maybe this season's different, to be fair. But, like, I don't know. Could be really good. Into the Darmian. There's just something about Inter that just, like, pissed me off. Don't know what it is. They just annoy me. How do they defend? The defenders score pretty well, though, I think. So Pavard should do pretty well. Maybe not, actually. I thought the defenders scored better than that. Maybe it was Skriniar that I was thinking of. They have some smasher games as well. Pavard's a really... Like, Pavard is just made for SO5, though. So I think, regardless, he should score really well. I think. Anyway, I don't know, but I think. Do I think Talisca will join either Galatasaray or Besiktas? I don't know. I feel like Ajax Dax will dominate Challenger this week. Looks like an easy fixture for a mid-table Bulgaria side. What's pick score saying? Oh, this is for the weekend. Wait, what are we in? 400? Oh, that's why he's got up so much. Fuck's sake, Ryan. Why'd you have to sell a bloody AAA pick score, you idiot? Pain. Let's have a look. Ludogorets aren't that bad, are they? Are Ludogorets really that bad? It's a boring league. They play so defensive. Dumfries for them is hit and miss. True. Inter is a hard team to beat. I think in the Champions League and whatnot, absolutely. So, just don't understand people. On my other Twitter account, my main Twitter account, right, I replied to Net about something FIFA related, and some guy just corrected me, and he was completely wrong. So I just sent him a screenshot. I was like, I don't know why people are so confidently wrong. And some guy's like, you're so arrogant talking to him like this. What? I'll show you it, look. I'm just, like, confused. I don't get why people just love to be pissy about shit. Like, what a fucking little snowflake prick. Net asked about when the pre-order is, and it's midnight. 100% midnight. I know it's midnight. I said, I think it's midnight tonight. This guy said, no, it was 8 o'clock this morning. So I said, not really sure why he's stating something that's wrong with so much confidence. Says on EA's website, under the T's and C's, it's 11:59 local time to the consumer. Which is true. That's what it says. You're so arrogant. Why talk to people like that when you just say when he's just saying what he thought it was? No, prick, he wasn't. He wasn't just saying what he thought it was. He corrected me and was totally wrong. Don't fucking correct someone when you don't know. I don't get all this arrogance. God, people piss me off, man. I know I need to not be on social media when I don't have a lot of sleep, because people piss me the fuck off. Have I drafted my team for next weekend? No, because my teams suck for next weekend, to be honest. My teams low-key suck dick for next weekend. Van der Boomen, I'm guessing, is quite high for the pick scores midfielder, right? Stefan's high as fuck. Against USG? Really? The odds are that high? That doesn't make sense. I know they're at home, but that doesn't make sense to me. What are the odds in this game? Did you see Liao's post? That was so nice. If Liao scored that, that would have been a banger. USG are 60% to win. So how the fuck are the odds in Stefan's favour? That doesn't make any sense. They're 37%. Wait, how does this work? 3 goals scored. They're 10% to score 3 goals. They're 37% to concede 3 goals. And they have an 18% win chance. And somehow the odds are in Stefan's favour. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense? That does not... I don't get it. Maybe I just don't understand. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, that is literally the perfect pick score, isn't it? I'm gutted. I kind of regret selling my Gonzalez now. I could have got way more money for him. I probably could have got about 400 quid for him. I regret selling him for 268 now. I mean, I didn't want to keep him because I don't need him. And I wouldn't have kept him for this game week because I don't want to play all-star competitions. But I kind of regret not keeping him now. Just try and get more money. Bloody FOMO, man. FOMO's the worst, dude. FOMO is the worst. FOMO is the absolute worst. Let's see what Twitter's saying today. Bernardo Silva has now verbally agreed to sign a new contract to Man City. Boo. Fuck Bernardo Silva. What's this? Endo plus Andre. Benjamin Andre? No, I don't know who that is. Was first in All-Star Rare Pro yesterday. Woke up to being second with a score correction to the other guys, a senior, by about 26 points. GG's. Yeah, that's tough, dude. I just hate K-League. I hate K-League. I mean, that's happened to me before as well. That literally, that happened to me. That happened to me by 0.3 points. Which is really annoying. But this is why I hate the fucking K-League so much. Because, like, it just changes everything. Look at Fedo, man. Fucking Dom is smashing it again. Fair play. Can't believe he didn't captain to senior, though. I'm surprised. Fair play to Dom, man. Killing it. Yeah, I absolutely cannot stand the K-League, though. On Sorare. Like, the same thing happened to me in game week... When did I win Mignon? In game week 383. Game week 383, right? By 0.36 points, right? It was just fucking this guy, Yoon Bitgaram. It just pisses me off. I think it's dumb. And it's not Sorare's fault. I do feel bad for Sorare. They're in an awful spot. But it's just annoying as fuck, man. Ajax signing Satalo from, and now Avia from Antwerp. Interesting. Question came 2 days later. The worst part about mine, I don't know if I can't be asked to go and find out my Twitter account because it was pure pain. But at 4 PM UK time, right? Don't you think K-League owners hate it even more? I don't really understand the point. I don't really get the point. Mine came like an hour and a half after lock. It was brutal. I thought I'd won. And it came an hour and a half after lock. Just craziness. I did a forward from the Super League. That is Nakadia Abubakar for rare stack. Forward from the Jekko. Tadic, if you can afford him. Probably a bit too expensive, I guess. Does Revic start? Don't know. I'd say they don't hate it as they play it. Like, I do think K-League owners... I mean, K-League owners absolutely hate the shit out of it. I mean, in Nep's Discord, there was a guy... in Nep's Discord, there's a guy that got fucked over out of rare threshold or something like that, I think, and he was fuming about it, right? Because of the change that happened today. How's this game going? Damn. 0 points? That's unlucky. He scored and got 0 points. That's tough, man. Get good, kid. No, so there was a guy that had... I don't remember who he had. He had somebody. He had somebody in, like... He lost out on 50 points because of some shit like that. I can't really remember. But he was really upset by it, and he was, you know, ranting about it in Nep's Discord. And it's like, I do agree. Like, it's Delbridge, yeah. It's like, I mean, I told him to chill just because he's like he ranted about it, and then found somebody else that had the same cards and started ranting again after he'd already ranted about it with Nep, and it's like, relax, man. What's Nep's Discord? I don't know where you'd find it. So it's one of those where it's like, I do think, yeah, obviously K-League owners are going to be pissed off. I'm not doubting that, and I'm not sat here saying I'm more pissed off than K-League owners. Like, it's not a competition. We're not arguing that or anything like that, you know what I mean? So close to level 20 Kimmich, bro. Oh my god, we're so fucking close after this game week, hopefully. I'm not trying to pretend that at all, but not enjoying watching the game scores live. Many of the new players of the platform weren't even around when the league was scored in real time. Yeah, maybe. It's not a competition. I'm not sat here trying to undermine K-League owners. Like, we can all hate it equally. It doesn't, like, it's not that deep. I think it's more like, it's just it's just really fucking annoying, you know? Like, it's annoying for everyone. I agree. But yeah, it's annoying as shit, man. It's annoying as fuck. I wish it wasn't the case, but unfortunately it's how it is. I should probably train a goalie I actually use. Matisse, who do I train here? Probably Kim and Jay. But yeah, it's annoying as fuck, man. It's annoying as fuck. That's why I don't touch K-League. And it's like, I don't know how Sorare could fix it, if they could fix it. Maybe this new data provider that they're testing out is how they fix it. But it's like, yeah, it's just frustrating, man. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. But it's frustrating for everyone. It's frustrating for the K-League owners because they don't get the live scores. It's frustrating for us because we didn't know the fuck how the leaderboards look until like 3 days after the games are played and shit. And it's like, it's just dumb, isn't it? It's just dumb. And again, I'm not blaming on Sorare, but it is just stupid. It's annoying as well. It was nice that João Paulo scored well. Hey, what up, Salah? How you doing, man? Nikola Jojic completes move to Stoke City. Wow. Now, that is deal of the day. Deal of the day. Whatever the fuck that is. Who am I putting in? Man, I need Taquino Suarez back ASAP. When do you think the new Belgium cards are coming out? Last year they were out around now. I reckon soon, to be honest. I reckon very soon. I'm looking at prize pools and they're starting to dry the fuck up. I think we're going to start getting challenger cards soon. Hey, good to hear, Salah. Yeah, I think we'll start getting them soon because I'm looking at price pools. I'm thinking, yeah, it's starting to look a bit dry, starting to look a little bit dried up. I think that we could be getting those pretty soon. Oh, paint still, man. No paints this week is really bloody annoying. Could have already used him this week. You got time to help my midweek lineup? I can, yeah. I can help. I'll try. I can try. Oh shit, that Demabe sold for 467. That kind of makes me quite happy actually, because like, I thought that was cheap. I thought that was cheap. You've convinced me into getting Demabe. No, I don't want to convince anyone to get anyone. But, like, I do think when Demabe's fit, he'll start. Alright. Let me have a look at what you got. So, you got one goalie. Mignolet's obvious starter. Hollingshead's AAA. Don't know how Hollingshead scores, though. How does Hollingshead... I mean, he's been pretty decent lately. They're at home to Colorado, who notoriously kind of suck. And they're starting to find their form a little bit again, despite the Monterrey loss. First game back in the MLS. I would usually say play Michele, but I just don't rate Michele very much at all. So I'd probably run, to be honest, is Vanaken going to start? Allegedly Vela is a risk. Is Vanaken a risk or is he good? I know he got benched for an illness, right? He should, yeah. I'd probably just play that. I'd probably play that, and I'd probably captain Boanga. That's probably what I'd run if I were you. But also, like, could that team fit in a capped mode? No, it couldn't. Could it? No, it couldn't. Why would I play Stefan? I don't know, just AAA. I wouldn't play Vela personally if he's a risk. I don't know if Valencia starts. He's got 21% to win. Like, odds are horrifically. I mean, I guess they are for Stefan as well. I don't know. I mean, maybe you play this. Hang on. Maybe you run. I'm just literally looking at pick scores. I have no idea. Maybe you run that instead. I just looked at pick score. He's AAA apparently. I don't know why he's AAA, but I know he's a good scorer. Gets very nice scores. Yeah, I'd captain Boanga. I think Boanga would do well against Colorado. And I won't be able to hack that Bolivian altitude. Really? Is that actually a thing? Do they have like a higher altitude and whatnot? It's crazy. They beat Palmares 3-1 at home. Fair enough. Look at their home results compared to away. I'll do that right now. Yeah, fair enough. Straight away, see the clean sheets. Yeah, fair play. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That Bolivian altitude, man. It's like crack. Their favourites to win the whole tournament. Oh, fair play. I remember Lamp. I remember Nep having a Lamp, I think. He's got a square ass head. How did the Fenerbahce players play? They played well. I was quite unfortunate because... So, Under got an assist. It was a great ball as well. Great ball. It's funny, his price has dropped because he got a sub buff injured. I'll be honest with you, I think he's fine. I think he's totally and utterly fine. I mean, unless there's been something that's came out today that I've missed, I don't think he's that injured. Like, I think he just had a bit of a knock. Let's have a look. As soon as he came, he started. Show by starting 11 assisting. Why is Zaha not being included in the squad? Damn, he's pissed at something. Unless it's like something I've missed. I don't think there is. Like he just like took a bit of a knock. Palmares and not Bolivar? What do you mean? Yeah, I was talking about Lamp. He plays for Bolivar, doesn't he? Or am I stupid? What's this? Do you know where the 10 million difference between Kenny's and... Bro, Turkish does not translate very well. Again, I'm not seeing anything. It was nice from under though, at the ball, and the finish was really nice as well, from Dzeko, the header. Oh, they played together before. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that. Like he was like running around and jumping around and stuff at the end of the game as well. He was fine, I think. I don't have an injury, I'm fine. I just got cramp. There you go. Why are people sat here fucking listing him up like crazy? I knew he didn't have a bad injury. He literally just like, it was a bit of a knock or something. He's fine. Absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Same with Fred. They just weren't ready. They just literally weren't ready to start a game together, and they did. And it's like they both went off injured. No, they had cramp, dude. They were fine. They were fine. Finally. Fred literally had no preseason with us, right? So obviously, yeah, no, literally, yeah, both of them didn't really have a preseason. Do you know if Chogo's Sung has an injury? No, I don't. I have no idea. This is really fun though. Oosterwolde is taking his chance. It seems to be very well at the moment, given the fact that like his last 2 scores have been bloody lovely. I don't know how long Samuel's out for, but this is good news. I'd be buzzing. Like, if Oosterwolde could cement himself as a starter, that would be huge for me. Absolutely huge. I don't know if when Samuel comes back, if he just gets thrown away, though. That's my only concern. Play Shopper guy never has him to start. I don't know when this injury is until. Does anyone know when this injury is till? Go on, Kim Min-jae. I love Kim Min-jae so much. What a fucking baller he is. Doku's getting the 11 shot at City. Really? I suppose it doesn't really mean anything, though. Kind of makes me excited, though. I don't know. Man, if Doku become a starter, bro, I don't know. Any news on Bright Oyasi Samuel and his injury? No, I can never find news. Do you think that Fenerbahce will do the business against Twente? Yes, I do. I think Twente are a little bit depleted at the moment in terms of injuries and things like that, and I don't think that they are going to beat Fenerbahce, to be honest. I'd love it if they did, but no, I don't think they will, sadly. I just think like Twente, like they aren't as good as last year. I think Zaroki is going to regret leaving because I don't think he's going to be starting at Feyenoord, to be honest. I just don't think he provides what Fenerbahce, that Feyenoord want, which is tough. Yeah, I can get you a NEP Discord invite. It's a public Discord. Use the copy button. There you go. If any of you want to join NEP's Discord, there you go. It's a public Discord, so there's no issue. There you go. I'm not using them away. I don't blame you. I'm not. I am and I'm not. I've got them in like a dud lineup. I don't expect Fred to start. I mean, Fred only had cramps, so he very well could start. I've got them in this lineup though. It's like it's the Misfits lineup basically, and I feel like I'm going to regret not playing Oosterwolde again. I feel like Oosterwolde's going to get like a 60, 70 plus, and I'm gonna, and then Angelina gets like a 40. And I'm going to regret not playing Oosterwolde in the Challenge Europe Super Air lineup, but it is what it is. So yeah, I do think that Fener are gonna run them ragged. I think if they had Smal, it'd be a bit better. If it's goes threshold, that lineup does enough though. Not like you need mad. You're not wrong. That's the thing. Like if we get 0.1 ETH for the threshold, I'm buzzing with that. Because realistically, like I would be shocked if this team got 250 points, because I don't expect everyone to start. But I'd be buzzing if it did. I'd be absolutely buzzing if it did. The $200 of ETH, be very happy. I also picked up Smal. He'll double when he comes back. When is Smal back? Does anyone reply to this? Someone did actually. Footmob says end of August. Said a couple of weeks. It's been a couple of weeks though. I'd like to get him to come back as well. Benjamin Pavard in training. Bro, he's some zesty guy, I swear. Bro, he's zesty. What's Yomi Doku saying? Look at bro his fucking legs, bro. Look at his legs, man. What the fuck? Look at the size of those legs. Even if he gets mad AA, he'll have lots of defending to do. Yeah, but the thing with Proper, like, Proper's AA is in the best spot with, like, when they're in a dominant position, if that makes sense. Fine. Proper. Robin Proper. Like, you look at his AA, and, like, a lot of it comes from, like, winning the ball back quite high. Like, and a lot of it comes from, like, accurate final third passes, interceptions, and duels won. And usually it's him on the halfway line. I love Proper and I love Smal against shit teams because they just stay so high up, and it's like, it's just the perfect, like, spot, you know? Just Twente boxing in, like, fucking Excelsior at home or Volendam at home or some shit like that, and they're just, like, constantly pounding with attacks. What are your thoughts on the fact that we'll do the fitness update in the next 2 or 3 weeks and we still have no info on the update? I'm not worried. I don't think they're gonna drop a bombshell on us, to be honest. I'm not worried. Sorry. I'm not worried. I don't think they're gonna drop a bombshell on us, like, out of the blue. I really don't. I want to see the Twente highlights, actually. Can I see the Twente highlights? Twente versus PEC Zwolle. Twente versus Zwolle. I want to see the penalty. I want to see the nota penal. Let's have a look. Well, you know, you try your best and you don't succeed. It's a shame that Ugalde's not at the best start of the season, but without... this is why I didn't buy Ugalde and I sold him. Without Cherney and without Misijan, I knew this would happen. This is the thing with Twente. The only players I kept from Twente are the defenders, because, like, defensively they should be pretty sound still, but they're just not going to be very good offensively. Oh my god, what a goal that is. That's a banger. Look at that for a goal. Oh, it's a deflection. I think the update might be pushed back, to be fair. Sadelect, big Sadelect. 20 defense and Brugge attack. 20 defense, PSV attack. Thoughts? Like, super rare Unistal, super rare Proper, super rare Smal, super rare Veerman, super rare De Jong. You know what I mean? Just to me, like, this is the best lineup you've ever had in your life. I'd win all the rewards with that. Nah, fuck Noah Lang, dude. He's washed. That guy's shit. Oh, hello. Some good house. What? Some guy's mocking me. 20k? Nah, yeah, maybe. 20k well spent. Raul, you need to stop pissing people off, man. I saw you pissing Ruv off, man. You just stop. I'll see you in the Sorare data streams as well. You need to stop pissing people off, man. You're a little menace. Raul just winds people up, man. He's an absolute menace, I tell you. Super Okochu, what you need, made the record amount of progressive passes for Benfica at the weekend, which is crazy. Really? You see, that's an unfortunate penalty, man. That's a very unfortunate penalty. Did he even touch him? Ruff was not impressed. No, he wasn't. Did he actually touch him? It's poor defending from Proper, to be fair. He barely... I don't know. To me, that's a really weak pen. I don't think that was a penalty. That was a weak penalty, man. I can't lie. How close was he to saving it? That's a question. Nowhere near. That's not good. Brené Hurt is not good. That pen bust your cap 270. I don't even think that was a penalty though. To me, it wasn't a pen. People are so sensitive. I don't piss everyone off if I'm just very honest. I get it. Ruv was annoyed, but the thing is, it's like, it's one of those where it's like, let me find the whole Ruv interaction. Ruv gets very emotional regardless. You know what? I tell you what annoys me, right? What really annoys me is people that get emotional over trades. I say 20k, how I piss you off. You didn't piss me off, Raul. Raul, you didn't piss me off with that at all. I was actually referring to this last night. It's just that I saw your name in chat, so I just brought it up. It literally just reminded me. You don't worry. I will say this though, like, people get far too fucking emotional when it comes to like Sorare trades and things like that. Like, and it really annoys me when I see people get literally offended by a trade offer. And it's like, I get it. If somebody offers you what seems like a serious offer and it's just a shit offer, it can be annoying. But like, getting actually angry at someone is silly, I think, when it comes to, because it's just business at the end of the day. Like, it is literally just business, and anyone that works in the business world, like, knows that you can't get upset when it comes to business. It's not personal. People just want to make money. The person on the other end of your trade wants to make money like you do, you know. Bots offer crap prices a lot of the time. It's how they make money. If I don't like the offer, I just reject it and move on. I don't even think about it again. Literally, exactly. The thing is with bots is like, so what's good with the bot? What's good about the bot is that the bots work well because they give you an instant offer back, right? So you don't have to sit there and wait for ages to sell your cards. If you were desperate to get the money, you get an instant offer, and they offer you a lot less, for sure. Like, it 10%, 15%, 20% less. But, like, you're taking the hit on those cards for the instant ETH you get back. That's the whole idea, you know? That's it. Like, that's the only thing. Like, that's why the bots are good, you know? It's like, but it's one of those where it's like, I get it. I don't get why people get so offended by trades and stuff like that. I did laugh at this. He said, one manager tries to sell me 6 bad super ads. One of them is actually from a dead player. A dead player? Bot removes most, applies a standard rule for all super ads. A sender of the offer who is trying to get money from someone, probably one of the few that would send him money for his bad merchandise, complains. He's offended because Ruv is offering real money for his set of things no one wants. It's outrageous. Your gallery is very little super ads. Shows how badly you pay. From all the bots, you're the worst one. No offense. Right, Raul is blocked. Raul, I think maybe it's a language barrier, but I think sometimes the way you say things, I understand why people might think to block you. Like this, like, you just didn't need to say this, you know? You didn't need to say this randomly. You know what I mean? That's why I think Channy probably blocked you. It's just like the way you say things sometimes. Since I start to sell my cards to bots, you're the worst. You just didn't need to say that to him, man. It's just unnecessary. I'm too direct, probably. Yeah, I think maybe. I think, like, it's one of those things where it's like, sometimes you just don't actually need to say anything to anyone, really. Like, and then sometimes you say it, and then it comes across in the way you didn't mean, and then, like, yeah, and then it ends up like being a whole thing, and people end up blocking other people, and shit happens, you know. It's one of those. Just seeing who's in training and things like that. He did put no offense, to be honest. No, he did put no offense. But I'm not gonna lie, if I was Ruv, I probably wouldn't have reacted like this. Ruv gets really emotional. Like, Ruv literally cries about everything. I mean, so, like, Ruv is just, like, mental. Not in a bad way, but, like, It's just like the way that Ruv operates is crazy to me because he's got all these like little rules and promos and stuff, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on? I don't even get it half the time. I wouldn't have reacted the way Ruv did, but like, I get why he bit, you know. Probably deals with so much crap daily. Oh, absolutely. Like, Pavel's the same. I think Pavel, though, the thing with Pavel is it's different with Pavel. Because, like, I don't think Pavel gives a shit at all about what people say to him. But then Pavel goes in these random, like, rants and stuff like that, like he's on Facebook. And he just needs to, like, not use Twitter half the time. I get a headache from Ruff's tweets. I just don't get it half the time. It's funny though, I do find it funny half the time, you know. But then he goes and promotes shit like this, like, fucking get out of here with this crap, man. You know. This just looks like the biggest pyramid scheme I think I've ever seen. Get the hell out of here with this crap. I've had some awful counters from Pavel lately. I haven't looked in Pavel's gallery in a while. Pavel Trader. What has Pavel got? I think Pavel's hilarious. I think Pavel's funny as well. You got any Galatasaray players? Any Galatasaray super rares? 8. Any good ones that I want? Ryan Babel. None. What about Man United? Manchester United. Ooh, a super rare Varane. Now that's actually kind of interesting. Bro bought the only thing with Pavel is that lately he like plays SO5 as well. I don't get it. He like wants it both ways sometimes. He like wants to trade all his cards, but also like doesn't. I don't know. It confuses me. I kind of want that Varane Super Rare, you know. What do I think Varane Super Rare is worth? Why do I do this to myself? I shouldn't buy Varane Super Rare. 400 quid. What did Pavel pay? 22 years ago. Why did that guy... That guy got a terrible deal. He's the strongest man on the platform. He can do whatever he wants. You want Varane linked to Saudi? Alright, I'll be honest with you boys, alright? I know more than all of you. Varane's not going to Saudi, alright? You ever want advice on a United player? Come to me. I tell you right now, Varane does not go to Saudi at all. I promise you, I'll give you all £50 if Varane goes to Saudi. Trust me, Varane does not go to Saudi Arabia, I promise you. I promise you, on anything. Don't you worry about it. That was like the most bullshit link I've seen. That was so stupid. I'm here for the 50. Oh, you don't... Sorry, let's hang on. Let's just clarify something. When he doesn't go to Saudi at the end of the window, you will pay me 50, by the way. That's how this works. That's how a bet works. You will pay me 50 when he doesn't go to Saudi, because he won't. The biggest bullshit was Alisson. Varane is less likely to go to Saudi Arabia than Alisson. I don't have many sources or things like that, right? I do know a couple of people that know some shit about United. Varane is incredibly settled in Manchester. His family love Manchester and he loves the club. Would not leave for any amount of money. Promise you. Promise you. Would not leave for any amount of money. And I know that I have that on good authority. Like I don't have like I don't know Varane or anything like that, but I know people at United that have sources on certain United players. Like unfortunately at United there's big leak issues and stuff like that, which is really annoying. But it means that there are some people that have like sources when it comes to certain players, right? And I tell you right now, Varane won't leave. Varane won't go anywhere. He fucking loves the club and he loves Manchester, and his family love Manchester as well. He ain't going anywhere, boys. Don't you worry about it. In fact, I reckon if I search Varane on Twitter, there'll be a reputable journalist saying he ain't going anywhere. And then you don't even need to take my word for it, because, you know, Pepetta clearly doesn't. By the way, Pepetta, you owe me £50 when he doesn't go, right? Let me find it. There's definitely a reputable journalist on here that's saying Varane doesn't go to Saudi. I guarantee it. Look at that passion, bro. You think this man goes to Saudi Arabia? You think a guy that looks like this? You think a guy that's this passionate goes to Saudi Arabia? No chance. This guy loves the club, man. This guy loves it. Okay, there wasn't a journalist, but I'm not wrong. Definitely does not go to Saudi Arabia. I love Varane, man. Varane's quality, by the way. He gets a lot of stick, but like Varane's a quality CB, bro. That's a funny tweet. It's a big chunk of your gallery. I wouldn't make anyone pay up. But no, Varane definitely doesn't go. For sure, though. Seriously. I know a few people that have like met Varane and stuff like that as well. And he just loves Manchester. He just loves the club. Rafael Varane has not been contacted by any club in Saudi Arabia. He's very happy at Man United and wouldn't want to leave even if a club contacted him. For sure. I believe it. I don't know the source, but I believe it for sure. Absolutely believe it. Absolutely believe it. That's just bullshit. No, I believe it 100%. He has that trophy cabinet for a reason. Absolutely. I just think he's great. Like, I love him and Lisandro Martinez together as well, man. Like, their passion is unmatched. Then you bring Onana there as well. I'm not going to buy Super Everyone anyway, though. Like, I need Onana first. I need to buy rare Onana first, and then I need to get, like, a Super F forward as well. I can't really afford to go and get a Super Everan right now. And it doesn't really make sense, but yeah, I do want one. Chelsea spending so much money and still losing to West Ham. I kind of feel like I should probably try and sell my Danny Parejo. In fact, I wonder if Pavel's got any Super Rares in his gallery from Champion Europe. Highest average scoring Super Rare forwards in his gallery. What does he have? He has a Victor Osimhen. He has an Erling Haaland. Lewandowski. Lautaro Martinez. I wonder what Lautaro's worth these days. Probably a lot. Damn, he's been scoring for fun. I kind of want to get rid of my Joao Paulo and my Parejo. Toro is class? Who's Toro? Oh, he's got an invisible card. That's crazy. Julian Carranza. Ronaldo! Basil's got a lot better for trades. As in, like, he's got better in his gallery, or he's got better at trading? Who's Toro? Have I missed somebody? Toro. Oh, sorry, I'm an idiot. You're not wrong, yeah. Lautaro Martinez. Basilbot. What does a Basilbot have in his gallery? Big Basilbot. Mbappe, there you go, boys. We'll just buy Mbappe. He's got a couple of Rayan Cherkis. A Memphis Depay. A Paulinho. Yeah, the Depay goal was very nice. Do a Joao Paulo for Varane swap. It's actually not a bad idea. It's actually not a terrible idea. I don't know what Joao Paulo's floor is at the moment. And I know what that guy Pavel is like, bro. It's an instant reject from him, right? What do you think happens to Amrabat now? I don't know. It's really weird, isn't it? It's really weird. I feel like we still sign him. I feel like we sign him and a defender still. I'm not sure though. Sorry, I'm just reading something. Alright. I'm about to win the new Mickey with Savage. You think he says another season at Fiorentina? The thing is with Joao Paulo is like, for me, the weird thing about Joao Paulo for me is like, I don't know. He's one of those where like I just fear with him that he's now getting reduced minutes. Like I just wonder if it's just over for him. He doesn't get sets anymore. Like he used to get some set pieces, and that's what made him an absolutely banging scorer back in the day. But like he came back and he you know has some really good AA games in him. Oh, man. But I also don't really play America Rare Pro anymore. I will next year though. Guardiola is out from the bench with back surgery. Guardiola is out from the bench? What do you mean? Imagine that guy selling that bundle with Jay Gorter in it. Let's have a look at it again. I wonder if it is one of those where it's like there was multiple. Because Copter's... Oh, there definitely was actually. I did look at this. Yeah, there was multiple trades here. Yeah. I don't think... I think he would have sold it for a lot more. But it's just that one happened to look like that. Copter's Apples used to have a massive gallery. I don't know why he sold up. He sold up, but then has bought like a few random cards since then. So I don't really know. Pep's missing a couple of games. Oh, they're fucked in midfield without Pep Guardiola. Who are they going to use at DM now if Pep's out? Oh, I had to stretch my back out then. No, that's interesting. I don't know what that means for them, to be honest. But yeah, I could try a Joao Paulo straight swap, but I also feel like I could probably sell Joao Paulo for money, you know? I think he's worth more than what Varane's worth at the moment as well. I think with the Saudi rumours, even though I know for a fact he won't go to Saudi, he's probably one where like I could definitely get him cheaper because other people will be scared, you know. Where is my Joao Paulo? I might just list him up for like I don't know. See if anybody wants to send an offer. He's still a really solid scorer. I don't want to get rid of him for peanuts, and he's level 20 as well. He's max level. Lang's in PSV training pictures. Great for PSV tonight. Oh, Cop just said he's moving to under 23. Makes sense. Fair enough. I don't really like under 23 to be honest. I'm not a big fan of it. I do want to sell my Daddy Parejo as well, but again, I don't know what I value Daddy Parejo at. Like, Daddy Parejo's lost a couple of set pieces, which kind of scares me a little bit. You know. Varane is more expensive in rare for what it's worth. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But then again, like I don't think it translates though, because Varane's £11.46 in limited, and Danny Parejo's £10.29 in limited, but also like almost double the price of Varane in rare. I don't really understand prices sometimes. They don't add up, you know. Ready for new season cards? That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. Man United are considering a move for Brentford striker Ivan Toney in January. As Erik ten Hag wants another striker in. Oh, please. I'd take it. I would take it. It's more a comparison with Joao Paulo. I know it was. No, I know it was. But I'm just saying, like, that was more of me just saying, like, prices don't really add up like that. You know? I don't know. Wow, is Mackenzie really my longest serving super rare now? Fuck. Been around for a long time. He's only level 16. That's crazy. Is that the same with Proper? Proper's only level 14, but he has a 2% bonus. What's Kim and Jay at? Level 14 as well. Why does Flow State not want to buy my Jersey Mint Kim and Jay? Let's see what. No shot he won Trent as a reward. That's crazy. All-Star Unique, he won Trent Super Rare as a reward. That's ridiculous. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. What unique did he get? Did you not get a unique for that? That was a midweek as well. Holy fuck, dude. That's crazy. Go on, Flow. Flow State's been getting a lot better at SO5 lately. A lot better. A lot better at SO5 lately. It's like looking at his gallery, see what he's done for deals. He's getting a lot of Cameron Carter Vickers at the moment. I'm so glad I didn't go get Starfelt. Look forward to September update. I am actually, yeah. I am. I want a champion Europe striker. Any suggestions? I'm in the same boat, to be honest. How much is Super Rare Kane you considered it? Like £6,000, I think. Yeah, like £6,000, about four and a half ETH. I reckon this card's probably about a 6 ETH card now, roughly, something like that. This guy got a great deal on it, no limited. Any truth behind Odysseys to United? I don't know. I don't want him at United though. I don't really want him at United, but I have no idea. Look at you with your Brighton stack Flow State. Go on, lad. Bloody Brighton stack with Mignon and Quinones. Shame Pascal Gross did nothing. Solly March is a really, really good scorer. Solly March last season was quality, man. The goalie for Tokyo FC? I have no idea. Look at that. Damn, Gross was great in the game before as well. It's tough. Maxime Perron loan deal. Okay.
If I'm not 16th, easy top 3. If I'm not 16th.
I love that clip. Oh, that's funny. All right. What do you think about the goalie for Tokyo FC? Longerek? No. Is it Longerek? No, it's not. It's Slovic, right? No, is it? Slovic. Do you mean his replacement? Nozawa. Oh. His price is kind of crazy. I hope Ladinho sold his though. He seems really good. He does seem really good. Sorry. I think we're probably gonna call it there, boys. I think how long have we been live for? Like 2 hours. That's probably pretty solid. Nice little return stream though. Appreciate you guys chilling and watching. We just kind of like shot the shit with Sorare and stuff like that. I enjoyed it a lot. I'll obviously be doing these a lot more. They'll be back regularly. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, boys. I do appreciate it. And thank you all for watching the video. If you guys watched the video, you picked up Demabe, fair enough. Hopefully you don't blame me if it goes wrong. But yeah, take care of yourselves, guys. Much love. I appreciate you all chilling and watching. Thank you very much. Have a good one, everyone. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, take care.